Team Takedown Fishing, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about doing some bobberdogging. It's no secret that over the past couple years on the Washington and Oregon coast, bobberdogging for steelhead has become a very effective and popular technique. But it's important to have the right rod and reel. Here with us today, we have a Landoglass Infinity Series 9.6 LS. This is a 9'6", 6 to 10 pound rated rod. Paired up with this rod, we have a Shimano Sahara 3000 size spinning reel. On that reel, we have 20 pound high vis braid. Now, it is very important that you have braid paired up with your bobberdogging rod, because what it does is allows that line to sit on top of the water column and gives the angler a better chance to mend their line, keeping it upstream of the float, which is very important, rather than a monofilament line, which sinks and pulls your gear unnaturally through the strike zone. Also with us today, we have a Landoglass X11 Series 10'6", 6 to 12. Now, this rod is nice for bobberdogging because it is a much longer rod and it gives the angler a better chance of mending their line and keeping it through the strike zone drag-free.
After choosing the right rod and reel, now we can get down to the terminal tackle. What you will need to bobberdog is a bobberdogging float with a cut-off butt. You can see this one is made by Arrow Float. A 3-way snap swivel, a 3/8 to ½ ounce bullet weight, or just a regular bobber with a cut-off butt.
Now that you have all the correct materials, it is time to put it all together. So to start with, we are going to attach a bobber stop, and then we will attach a small bead, followed by your bobber, another small bead to protect your knot, and then your 3-way swivel with your 3/8 or ½ ounce weight snapped into the swivel. Past that, we are going to have about a 3-foot leader to a yarn ball that we would pair with maybe some scent or eggs or something like that. And then followed by your yarn ball, you're going to have about an 18-inch trailer to a bead. Now, the advantages of the two different profiles here are when there's a day where there's a lot of pressure on the water, maybe there's a lot of boats out there, fish are going to be more inclined to bite the smaller profile than they would the larger profile. However, if it's a day where there's maybe only a couple boats on the water, something like this paired with some scent or some eggs can definitely be a deadly producer as well. Now, back to the bobber. For demonstration purposes today, my bobber stop is only set a couple inches above my bobber. However, when I'm out on the river and I'm fishing a hole, roughly around 4 to 7 feet, I want my bobber stop set deep enough so that my bobberdogging rig will be at about 9 feet. And for the reason that is with this flat butt on my bobber is going to actually lay sideways when it is in the water, and that's the perfect look that you want for that setup. And what this flat butt does is it gets pushed by the water, and it's getting pushed forward, which is bringing your lead and bouncing your lead along the bottom and bringing the rest of your gear through the strike zone. So keep in mind that if your bobber is sitting straight up like this, you're probably fishing too shallow. If your bobber is sideways but is maybe darting under the water every couple of seconds, you're probably a little bit too deep. So the perfect look for this setup is to have your bobber laying dead flat along the water and maybe just ticking a rock every 10 to 15 seconds.
So, once again, taking a look at everything from the top to bottom, you're going to have your bobber stop, your bead, your bobber, followed by another bead, your 3-way swivel with a weight snapped into the swivel, your 3 foot of leader to your yarn ball that you're going to add some eggs or other scents, and then an 18-inch dropper to your bead.
Anyways, guys, that's how I set up my bobberdogging rig. I don't claim to be a master at it. I've only been doing it a couple years, but this is the way I was taught, and I've been pretty successful at it. So if you guys like what you see here, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook at Team Takedown Fishing, follow us on Instagram at Team Takedown Fishing, and keep on the lookout for more how-to tutorials in the near future. Tight lines, and we'll see you on the river.